Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for January 29th through February 12th. We're going to take a little more look into the polar vortex. And you can see this is the wave, the WAF4. And you can see that it's been very hostile here, indicating a possible change in the polar vortex and being stretched. Yesterday I showed you how it becomes stretched later on, like 364 hours, I think, from now. But this here and this other image here is to show the wind reversals with the polar vortex from the westerly to more easterly. Okay, and that results in a a change of the polar vortex. Now, the WAS-Z, this one forecasting here, and from the troposphere and the stratosphere, and I show you it's been very hostile, but it's been doing this all month, and it's predicted that the vertical and longitudinal directions, you can see easily that the WAF is that it's upward and eastward over Asia and over the North Pacific, and then westward down over North America. And this is a signature wave of the reflection of the strength of the polar vortex. And then I show you this other image here, showing the wind direction. And then now we're going to look at the NAO. Currently, there's no wave that's favored, although a forecast for the MJ to remain weak, where there's no wave favor, and current predicted to emerge into phase 2 and 3. Phase 3 favors troughing over Alaska and western Canada and the western U.S. and ridging across eastern North America. And that's how our forecast is reflecting right now. It seems that the MJA is having little influence on the weather across North America in the short term. All right, so now we're going to get back to the regular forecast here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to talk about the period for, got to get my notes and papers out. This is for the period for January 29th to February 2nd. Okay, and then we see we have a ridge here, trough here, across, extending from a trough here in Hudson Bay into the west, and we have our ridge over the Caribbean, and with above normal heights over the Western Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico. So the trough here will cause below normal temps across the west central states, with anomalies near 30 degrees or more will be likely. And the upper ridge across the Caribbean will cause above normal temperatures across the southeast. Now we're going to talk about more what's going on in the surface here. This is energy, along with a couple of frontal boundaries, will interact with deep moisture from the Gulf. And this will result in a couple heavy precipitation events across parts of the east, with the possibility of snow in the northern areas and the colder air. So here we are. We're looking at the start of the period, the 29th. Here's one system moving in. And you can see there could be some snow to the north, storms down here across the south. And then we go forward. And then we go forward in time with into Groundhog Day. And here's the next system down across the south. They're interacting with the what causing heavy precipitation of possible storms across the lower Mississippi Valley. Okay, we're going to look now at the period for February 3rd to the 7th. And this is how we're forecasting the pattern to look like. The flow is expected to remain generally unchanged from the previous period, though the trough and ridge configuration. The Caribbean ridge is expected to build further westward in time across the southern states. So for this forecast period, I'm calling for below normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees below normal. Maybe a little bit lower here, about 2 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures forecast here, with anomalies near 6 degrees above normal for precipitation. Calling for below normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is near 45%. Above normal precipitation forecast here. Probability of occurrence is near 40%. Looking at the period for February 8th to the 12th. A ridge is forecast over Alaska and the eastern Pacific with a trough in the west. And we have a ridge forecast across the east associated with this ridge here, near the Caribbean and the Bahamas. So for now, I'm calling for below normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies to be near 6 degrees below normal. Above normal temperature forecast for the area east of the Mississippi River, and I'm calling for anomalies to be 2 to 8 degrees above normal. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence is near 40%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for January 29th through February 12th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.